Dear friends, greetings to all of you. This is our time, the main events in Ukraine and around the world. Layla Mamadova is here in the studio for you. Russian troops continue to attack Ukraine. This morning, Odesa also came under fire. A residential building was hit. Local authorities reported this. Information about casualties is being clarified. In Kiev, work continues to eliminate the consequences of the Russian strike. Last night, the Russian Federation's army attacked the capital of Ukraine with ballistic missiles. 9 people were killed and 30 more were injured. Among them are children. Destruction's been recorded in 5 districts of the capital. About 20 houses, stores, educational and medical institutions were damaged, and dozens of cars were destroyed. Our colleague Andriy Dmytrenko is working at one of the locations. Andrea, I'm handing it over to you. Tell us in more detail where you are and about the consequences of yet another terrorist night by the Russian Federation against Ukraine, especially the capital, the city of Kyiv.
Hello. The last air raid siren went off literally half an hour ago. Let me remind you that it sounded twice in the capital overnight. Right now, I am standing next to a residential building that was damaged by the Russian attack. Several cars in the parking lot here were completely burned. Many others are simply damaged. Many windows are missing glass. Right now, there's a lot of broken glass on the ground, and local residents are trying to cover it up with plywood. Unfortunately, this is just one of many incidents happening in the capital right now. Damage has been reported in 5 districts of Kyiv. Let's hear more details from the mayor of the capital about what happened.
After inspections, we'll be able to say more about restoring the houses. Many windows have been shattered. We set up headquarters and assistance is being provided. Anyone who needs help is asked to go there. We will replace the windows as quickly as possible. As for the inspections, we need to determine how badly the building is damaged and whether the load-bearing structures can withstand it. Only then can we say if the building can be restored or not. If so, we'll try to make sure the building is restored by the end of this year.
In one of the districts of the capital, a Russian attack caused damage directly to a residential building. About a dozen apartments burned there, and it's unlikely they can be restored. The strike hit between the first and second floors. The slabs separating the 2 floors collapsed. Right now, the police are working there, as well as rescue workers and utility services. Local residents are also cooperating to help each other and gather their belongings. Let's hear more details about what's happening there and what the residents experienced during the night.
We have 2 locations here. One is the strike on a 5-story residential building. A fire broke out on several floors, and cars parked in the courtyard caught fire. There was partial destruction of the building, as well as the collapse between the first and second floors.
During the repeated strike on Kyiv, a 22-year-old police officer was killed. This means that even though the night has passed, the danger hasn't gone away. Medical teams are still working, and emergency rescue operations are ongoing. And we will continue to keep you informed about what's happening in the capital and how the aftermath is being dealt with. Back to the studio.
Andriy Dmytrenko, my colleague, is working at locations in the capital today, reporting on what happened and the consequences of the Russian night shelling of Kyiv. Thank you, Andriy. We'll definitely see you again. We continue to monitor the situation. We will keep you informed about the consequences of the massive attack by the Russian Federation. 3 people were injured as a result of the shelling in the Kyiv region as well. This was reported by law enforcement officers. A private house was also damaged in the Vysherod district. All relevant services are working at the scene. Information about the destruction and casualties is being clarified. 2 people were injured, a 47-year-old man and a 17-year-old boy, as a result of a strike by the Russian army on the Nikopol district, let me remind you, in the Dnipropetrovsk region. Infrastructure, businesses, a supermarket, apartment buildings, and private homes came under fire. In total, the enemy attacked 3 districts of the region with drones nearly 30 times. The Sumy region also came under attack by Russian troops. According to the Regional Military Administration, the enemy attacked the Sumy and Tristyanets communities with drones. 2 people were injured and hospitalized. In the Vorozhbian community, the Russian Federation army attacked a car with a family inside. The car caught fire. A 63-year-old man who suffered severe injuries, unfortunately, could not be saved. He died in the hospital. 17 settlements in the Kharkiv region and the regional center came under fire from the Russian army over the past day. According to the regional military administration, 6 people were injured. In Kharkiv, the enemy attacked the Saltivsky, Nemyshlansky, and Kievsky districts with drones. Late in the evening on July 31st, in the Shevchenkivsky district of the city, Russian troops struck a gas station with a Patriot drone. A fire broke out, which was extinguished by emergency services personnel. According to the police, fortunately, no one was injured. Russian troops attacked a postal operator's sorting terminal and the building of the Ministry of Internal Affairs Service Center in the Poltava region. The terminal employees were not injured. They were in a shelter. This was reported by the company. Efforts to eliminate the consequences are ongoing. The company also informed that they will compensate clients for the declared value of shipments destroyed as a result of the Russian Federation's attack. Ballistic missiles, zircons, air-launched rockets, and nearly 200 drones of various types. This was another massive attack by the Russian Federation's army on Ukraine. The main target was Kyiv and the surrounding region. This was reported by the air forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Ukrainian air defenders shot down 1 Iskander-M ballistic missile and an X-59 guided air-launched missile. In addition, 154 drones were destroyed. Only 1 ballistic missile was shot down because there are no missiles for the Patriot system. This was stated by the President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelenskyy. It is precisely the shortage of ballistic missile interception systems that encourages Russia to carry out such strikes, which threaten people's lives. This was emphasized by the head of the Ukrainian state. It is very important for our partners to understand these systems are needed not in warehouses, but by Ukrainian defenders so that the Russian war can be contained and stopped. This is what Volodymyr Zelenskyy stated.
It is very important for our partners to understand these systems are needed not somewhere in warehouses for possible scenarios, but here and now, so that the Russian war can be contained and stopped in Ukraine. Every package with anti-ballistic systems saves the lives of our people, and every night without them leads to casualties. Volodymyr Zelenskyy, President of Ukraine, on Telegram.
Among the damaged sites in Kyiv is the Lithuanian embassy. None of the staff were injured. As stated by Ukraine's acting Minister of Foreign Affairs, Andrei Sybiha, Russian terror spares no one and does not observe any international norms, including the Vienna Convention. According to the country's top diplomat, it can only be stopped by force, with a sufficient amount of air defense systems.
Having failed to achieve its goals on the battlefield, Russia is intensifying its air attacks and terror against the civilian population. Ukraine urgently needs additional air and missile defense systems and interceptors. The speed of decision-making and delivery is of the utmost importance. Every decision that strengthens the defense of Ukraine's skies saves human lives, while every delay leads to deaths and war crimes. It is the battle for the skies that will determine the course of this war. The stronger the air shield over Ukraine, the closer peace will be. Andrei Sybiha, acting Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, on social network X.
Due to damage to the Lithuanian embassy in Kyiv, Vilnius is summoning the Russian ambassador. This was reported by the country's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Kęstutis Budrys, on social network X. According to him, there are no signs of any real willingness on Russia's part to stop its campaign of terror against Ukraine.
Russia's campaign of terror against Ukraine continues without restraint. There are no signs of a genuine desire to stop it, achieve peace, or enter into negotiations. The Kremlin's goal remains the same: destruction, death, and intimidation. The answer is clear: increase pressure on Russia with tougher sanctions and step up support for Ukraine. Kęstutis Budrys, Lithuanian Minister of Foreign Affairs, on social network X.
Ukrainian defense forces have struck a number of Russian military targets. In particular, a warehouse of unmanned naval boats and units of the Electronic Intelligence Division of the Russian Black Sea Fleet in temporarily occupied Crimea were hit. This was reported by the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Railway bridges near Chonhar and Vladislavovka were also hit, which Russian troops used to transfer personnel, equipment, weapons, and ammunition between temporarily occupied Crimea and southern Ukraine.
Subscribe to UATV English and stay updated on the most important events, top news from Ukraine and all over the world, in-depth analysis, exclusive reports and interviews, all on hand in our channel. Join our community of viewers and stay tuned.